Have you ever been asked the question, where are you really from? Um, you know, I think as far as the United States goes, I think that sometimes people who are Asian and people who are Latin American sometimes get that question where it's kind of like, even though you were born and raised in the United States, like, unfortunately, sometimes people may view you as a foreigner because of the way you look and, you know, it's, hmm, it can be, for some people, it can be kind of insulting to receive a question like that because it seems like, okay, you're not really American. You're not really a part of the country. You've come over here and you, despite being born here, you're still not really American, which, I definitely can understand. I've actually kind of received that question maybe a few times myself, as far as like where you're really from. Um, I don't think there was any malice behind the question or anything, but I think that sometimes people may not be able to conceptualize you or classify you based on where you tell them you're from. Like, you know, I was speaking with my Spanish teacher. We were all going around the room introducing ourselves and talking about ourselves, and you know, I told the class where I was from, and it didn't seem like an acceptable answer. So I guess like the teacher said, like where are you from? From, and I said, I'm born and raised in the United States. Like I mentioned, like the state I was born in, and the city I live in too. But I guess it was just odd, because I guess thought that I may have been from another country and maybe migrated here to the United States. But I was born and raised in the United States, and my family has a long history in the United States as well. And there was another instance where I was applying for a job, and at one point or another, I was speaking with like the HR representative, and she said something to the extent of, you have to be an American to work here. And I'm American. I have citizenship, I have a passport, birth certificate. You know, if you're born here, you're an American. It's not a complicated process. It's pretty simple. And I'm an American, so I found that a bit weird. A bit odd. Um, that she would say something like that. Maybe she didn't mean it in like a negative way. Maybe she just meant it as in, like, in order to work for us, you have American citizenship, so you may not want to waste your time. And ultimately, I feel like it probably could have been handled a bit more tactfully, or with a bit more tact. And so, have you ever received the question, where are you really from? Fortunately, I think people who are like maybe Middle Eastern or Asian, Latin American, people who may have some sort of ambiguity, like racial ambiguity about themselves. Maybe that's where it comes from. I'm not sure though. But you know, again, you know, have you ever received the question, "Where are you really from?" If you have, feel free to leave a comment, and if you haven't, still feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video.